Hey, I'm Coach Skip at WildFire CrossFit, and I have got the workout today for you. We're going to start with the warm-up. We got a 6-minute AMRAP. We're going as many rounds as possible in 6 minutes. We're going to start with a 200-meter run. If you don't know that distance, you can go 30 seconds out and back again, or 1 minute of running in place. If that running and that impact is an issue for you, 1 minute of cardio. You could do some sit-ups, some air squats, some flutter kicks, whatever you need to do, some jump rope, whatever you need to do to get that heart rate up for about a minute. Then we're going to get into 12 Cossack squats. So how that's going to go is you're going to get into that lunge position and you're alternating back and forth, really getting those hips opened up. So back and forth 6 times each side. Notice as I get over to one side, that foot stays flat, and really keep that weighted leg flat every single time. After those, and also on those Cossack squats, if you need to hold on to something, a door jamb, a couch, anything like that, so you can get as low as possible, that's exactly what we're looking for in this one. Then we're gonna go into 10 narrow stance air squats. So you're gonna bring those feet together and just get as low as possible, stand right back up. And really still focus on keeping that chest up as much as possible. After that, we're gonna get into 12 alternating ankle grabs. And just like it sounds, we're bringing that ankle up and just switching sides each time. Again, just getting those hips opened up and those legs stretched out. Then we'll go and do some med ball cleans. We're gonna do 10 med ball cleans. So that ball is gonna be on the ground, laces out. Remember, the med ball goes up and down. It's not gonna spin. The whole purpose is speed underneath that ball to catch it in the bottom of your squat. Same thing we're gonna focus on as we get into barbell work like cleans and snatches. So butt down, chest up, explode and pop through, drop under it, and stand up. And notice how that ball stays in one spot. It's just moving up and down. Drop under it and right up. So really shrug, elbows high and outside. Once you get it to this point, you're essentially letting go, dropping underneath it, and catching that ball. So after those 10 med ball cleans, you're gonna finish with a 20-second hollow hold. On that hollow hold, you're gonna get into that banana position with the body, shoulders and thighs off the ground. Just hold for that 20 seconds. So that is your warm up. Do as many rounds as possible in that 6 minutes. We'd like you to get 2 or 3 in, so keep it moving. Afterwards, take a minute and stretch out before we get into the strength. For strength today, we're gonna be doing front squats. And so in that front squat, you're gonna have a barbell. If you've got a spot on a rack, go ahead and use it. If you don't really have a rack space, that's okay. Keep it at a weight that you can clean up. And if you need to use a dumbbell, a kettlebell, any other object, that's okay too, and I'll show it all to you. So on that front squat, the first phase is getting into that rack position. When we say rack position, we want that bar across the shoulders, elbows high, and you don't need to have a huge grip on this bar. Just fingertips, just enough to keep that bar up is gonna be what we're looking for, so that way you can keep that chest up as you get below parallel in that squat. From there, push those hips back, knees out, make sure you get below parallel and stand all the way up. And just get those reps in. Doesn't need to be real fast. We're looking for range of motion and weight over speed. So get all the way under and then stand all the way up and out of it. Really focus on driving up with those elbows and keeping those elbows up the entire time. The other focus is going to be on keeping that core tight to keep that chest up. The last piece in the front squat is the knees have a tendency to cave in. So as you're going down, really make sure you push those knees out, and same thing on the way up so that the knees track over the toes instead of coming in and causing any knee issues. So if you don't have a barbell, you can always do this with dumbbells or kettlebells, and with those dumbbells or kettlebells, you're gonna still get into that rack position. And notice here in this rack position, I'm still focusing on keeping those elbows up. However, it's okay if you rest those dumbbells on the shoulders. From there, same thing, get those hip crease below parallel for that full depth squat, and then stand all the way up and out of it. The way this is going to work, if you're using dumbbells, instead of doing the sets, 3 sets of 10 and then 3 sets of 8, you're going to be doing this for 10 reps every 2 minutes for 9 rounds. So just the same front squat with those dumbbells, you're just going to go 10 times and just watch that clock, and every 2 minutes hit that set of 10 reps. The other alternative, if you are missing any equipment and you really don't have any equipment to work with at all, you're going to do this with a jumping squat. And we're going to do 10 jumping squats every 90 seconds for 12 rounds. It's going to take about 18 minutes to get that in. And so on that jumping squat, you're still getting that full range of motion below parallel squat and then exploding out of it. And just keep that motion going, and you can either reset and then squat and get that jump in, or just keep that jumping motion going for 10 reps in a row and really get that explosive energy as you're getting up and out of it. If that jumping motion is a problem, then go ahead and just do an air squat where you just stand up fast, explode, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hips, and make sure you get fully open every rep. So that's the strength, no equipment, light equipment, and full equipment. So have fun with it. For the workout today, we've got a 6-minute AMRAP. So kind of like the warm-up, you're going 6 minutes, as many rounds as possible. You're going to start with a 500-meter row. If you don't have a rower to use, you can always do a 400-meter run or about 2 minutes of cardio. So on that cardio, you can run in place, you can do some jump rope or some vertical jump without a rope, flutter kicks, whatever you can do to get that heart rate up for that 2-minute period. After that, we're going to go into 40 med ball cleans. On that med ball clean, just like we did in the warm-up, you're going to have those laces out, butt down, chest up, explode all the way under it, and stand up. So each rep is essentially going to have 2 squats in it. The first squat to get onto that ball, explode through, and then a second squat to drop onto that ball and stand up. So you're going to do that 40 times. If you don't have a medicine ball to use, you can always do this with a dumbbell or a kettlebell, and same thing. Start from the ground in that squat position, explode through, drop under it, and stand up. Right down, explode under it, and stand up. Same 2 squats every time. The last exercise we're going to do is a pistol, which is essentially a one-legged squat. So if you've got that pistol motion where you're getting below parallel and then standing all the way up, that's what we're looking for. If you're not quite there with the pistols, you can do this where you've got an object nearby to hold on to just to give you some balance. Same thing, get under and stand all the way up, one leg at a time, and just alternate legs every single exercise. You can also do that where you sit to an object, one leg at a time, and sit down and stand up. And the last way is by using the opposite leg. And so the lower the leg, the easier it's going to be. Same thing, get that squat and switch. If you put it higher, like behind the knee, that's going to make it more challenging. So whatever you can do to make it as challenging as possible for those 30 pistols, and have fun with this one. Get as many reps as you can and really work on getting through all 3 of these movements with the full reps. That's it, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.